Sham Sechta Meisters, da Frau Bezel mit Aleph, die nun schon gibt, was wir uns haben, ist der Schreiben am Israel. So, was für Yerushalmi. That's the Gemara. Let's go back to the Mishnah minute. This is in by Poyel. Poyel, he gets food to eat. Amar b'tein b'chatzei liktzei is bonav b'nei beisai oichlin u'peturim, because it's not finished, so it's not kaveh l'maisa. Apayalim she'imoi b'zman she'ein lahem olav mizainis, אבל יש להם עולב מזוינס, הרי אילו לא יאכלו. The Pe'alim, the Shaila is about Mekach, they get food, and if the food that they're getting is a Mekach, a transaction, if that's a transaction, it's called Mekach, and Mekach is Kaveh Midrabanan. So Bizman Shein Lahem Olav Mizainis, if they don't get this food, Minadin, then they can eat it. Abim yesh lo mezainis, hey, lo yochel. So let's make that. Look the Moshe in the Mishnah. Apa'alim she'imoy, lo yish sachon lo lichan adam mokum sho'esin hakzias, im kein yochel min ha'toyre. She'ezeh betolishu. Kaim elon et poyel, yochel min ha'toyre, b'mukhu b'lekaka, b'shaz g'ma ha'melacha, b'tolish min ha'kaka, sh'lei nigim ha'lakha. If it's not. Apa'alim she'imoy, b'sodik, and she'sachon asim melacha, chayz b'chirisha. The Ashli ain't oichel min ha'toyre. Adin ima pa'alim kachu. Is was. Bizman shein lehem olav mezainis, sheloi posek imoyim losis lehem mezainis, oichlin peturim min ha'maisa. Didn't say he's going to give them mezainis, so they're allowed to eat. And the potem min ha'maisa goes, no mekach. Im nosan lehem ha'bal ha'bayis mehem, the fish, sheloi nigim ha'lachta. But this is also because they're not eating min ha'toyre. But if they eat min ha'toyre, they're also potem. Dr. Mafulda, Oichlin Peturin, Aitza Chotze and the Kaveh Bedovish Leinig Melachtai, it's Yobit, you're putting it out to dry it out. Abu also Lechel, El Mokim, he himself, okay. Abu, go to the next piece, Dr. Mafulda, Yesh Lahem, Olav Mizainis, Shekotzes Lahem, if he made up with them, he's going to pay them. Then Oichlin Minat Torah, so not Minat Torah, he gave them as part of his transaction. So because it's part of his transaction, not because they didn't pay Alim, because not qualified Medina pay Alim, because not Betolish or Mechuba doesn't qualify, even though he gave them, but he didn't give them B'Shas Melocha, their job is not to be goyim, their job is just to bring it to a place where you're going to dry it out. If they made up to give him money, that's a side thing. But minat toira, if they could eat minat toira, that's not kaveh ma'aisa. That's not considered mekach. Why not? Because the oichel minat toira, the toira gives the palm to eat. In those cases where he says over here, the Mishnah B'Metzia, that they could eat minat toira, shows the minat mechuba, b'zman sheloi nigla melachtai. So if it qualifies that they could eat minat toira, that they can eat minat Torah, that's not considered a mekach. Why? Because you're not giving it to them. You're not making up to give them. That's coming from the pasuk in the Torah. There's a passion to say it. Let's get to it. Whatever it is. So that's the halacha in the Mishnah. Yes, the Gemara Naf Chabeis, the Gemara Azari. So the Gemara Naf Chabeis on the bottom. So he's not allowed to eat. The kids are allowed to eat. He's not allowed to eat because he could change his mind and make it should be Gemar Malacha. So Nicha Bonav b'nei Beis, so Nicha Bonav. Can't say that the kids can eat it because not Nicha Malacha, they're allowed to eat. Or b'nei Beis, his wife. Why can't? What's with her? Look, Nicha Bonav b'nei Beis, ve'ein lo olam mezainis. He has a chiv to give a mezainis. If he has a chiv to give a mezainis, bitmia the ishta b'chlav, he ain't lo olam mezainis, nimtza. It's not because of it's kiveya because of Mecca, but it's pirei chayve min hatevel. It's tevel. Before you do tumas ma'is the tevel, and now use tevel to pay your chayve. You're going to give a mezainis to the isha, it's a tevel. Like the Gemara, it's like the man dambas, the machlokes in the Gemara in Ksubis. Yesh lo mizayin ksheira is considered mizayin or not. It goes to mandama a mizayin is the isha d'vatayra. Goes according to the mandama holds that mizayin is not. Minatoyra nishvi in spaskma gada in the Mishnah gate nishvi the psak. The psak is Yud Beis Ishus Halacha Beis Asara Shloisha Hem Minatoyra. There's three things that a person is mechuyev leishtoi minatoyra. Either Sheda Ksusa Beinosa. Sheda Ilam is in itself. That's the Mizainis. I'm making sure the Maginishn makes ready that that's the initiated and how does it? But then I'm going to paskin as a Yene Gemara, and that's the Gemara that what the Psak Halacha is that Sheda is Mizainis. Hashem came to the Mishnah held Mefurish Nisazoi command Omer. The Mishnah goes according to Manda aim Mizainis the issue about Torah. Because if you had Mizainis in Torah, what would be? Zok the Pnei Moshe Al Baalad Vatoyre Elam Edeveim V'Kilu Lechel Imay Arai B'Dover Shleining Menachta. So what is Yoga Ben HaMekach? If you mechuyev Mizainis Ishtoi, so the Shrekite is you just told me by Alim if it's mechuyev Minat Torah, it's not considered a Mekach, right? Because Minat Torah, the Larit, that's not called a Mekach. So why does the Gemara say over here by Isha that if it would be Minat Torah, it would be Kaveh Lemaisa? I for what? That's not called a Mekach. It's the Torah get it. So the Torah get it. It's not you're giving it. If you're not you're giving it, let's say it's Mekach. This is a Shver Kasha. How's the Menafulu learn? The Menafulu. The rest of it. What was?
The Gemara mix up.
Yeah.
Changes the years.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I'm a minute. Again, can say the rest of the Chelta.
Yeah.
Harishan. Yeah. Name is Isha Dvartoyre. Pluk to him peg Nashim Spatsa. Right? Okay. The growing. Xava. Mesh Mizainis Isha Dvartoyre. Bahava Kapoil. Right? Yesh Mizainis. Oh. Mishani Commando, but Yesh Mizainis Isha Dvartoyre. That's not the case here, right? And the station on the Geshini Gesois. He says goes according to Mandama that Yeshlo. That's very good. So maybe Yeshlo, Minatoyre, so that's not a point. Why? Because the Torah get this. Void Mishani Afili Yamin in the Mizainis Mischayish Mischayiv Atzmai. Let's say he's Mechayiv himself to Mizainis. Apiken have a Kemekach, Kishinoisim is in a Seha Bib Beisai. Doesn't say why. Why not? If he's Mischayiv himself, but the be so they want to say that that's a matona, it's nishkan mekach. Was in Xavier Beis. Mandam yesh mezainis l'vayish l'vatoyre. Oh, pirish lekach ein l'toivel kamay b'poyel shoyich min ha'toyre shein l'toivel afil l'dover shenig min ha'lachte. Yeah. So what is the other gifts are going to do? I feel like Mandam yesh mezainis l'vatoyre. So look at Mishnah and say, yo, So I think he spoke about it. No, I think the article. Huh? I looked at it. Take a look at it. In note 1, article here on the right side. In the brackets. This is the Machaber putting it in. Whoever wrote this Spirish here. The Meduah Gemara Kan Yosef Shalafi Adas. Shahabal Chayim b'Mizoyin Zishlim Eter. Like this Mandoma. And the Rambam Sak. Harei Zeh Nechshav Lemekach. If you Chayim in Atoy is Lekah Lemekach, Hagabei Lemaisigo. He says it's ain't in the Torah. So V'yesh L'Tmoya. Shei L'madnu Liel Kishapoy Loichel Peiz B'Shas Abidos Machmas Haschush Zichse Loyatoyre. Who is Shoy Lekah B'Li Maisa? Why? Because the Torah is giving it. That's not considered Lemekach. After Balabai is Chayim in Atoy Losis Leilechel Peiz Ilu. Because the Torah is Mechayiv you, that's not called Mekach. Yesh Loima, Shesom Hatam Hu Mishum Sheyesh Drosha Michedus Makosef, Hamalameda Shepalim Shoin Lecha Bli Laisa. Hey, that. Verstehen nicht. Und durch das Chachad, das steht Sheira. Sheira Ksusa Ben Oslo Yiga. Sheira is a Mizainis. If the Sheira is Mizainis, and Enlech Drosha Mufresh is Yosem Mizev. Most of the Mufresh, most of the Shoinim, most of the Tanoim, Amroim, learn Sheira. Either Mizainis, so they said my Bamatzia. So that's a Mufurish Zah. What's more Mufurish than the Versteht in the Torah by a Poil? Verstehen nicht. Verstehen nicht Details. The Torah is Mechayiv you the Zach, so Why by poil we say it's not considered a dach. So the text is a voice that can't turn us. Huh? What?
Could he be talking about more than Mazonis, the extra Mazonis?
Joyce? Alles kann sein, aber das steht das mehr. Huh? Was? Poil is there high? Why? Open office, you'll see how it's out. You know, they start with the coffee and then it goes to the lunch. Nachmal coffee and nachmal most people have kitchens in the office. Why? Because every time you have to go out, come like this and that.
Tells me you have to,
What?
tells me you have to feed the poil. Your wife, you have to make sure she has something to eat, not from yourself. You make sure she has what to eat. Poil, you have to feed from yourself. You have to feed.
And the issue what? She has to go buy it herself.
Make sure if you could, she has to eat. You have to make sure she has what to eat.
You don't have to pay for it.
So usually,
Joe Shave is you don't have to pay for it.
if you hold a shares mazonis,
How about you have to pay for it?
you have to read.
You have to give him a sign. No. Read the
She's working.
No. Okay, you're getting into a different question. You have working women. This is the women's lip. If there's no working woman, you have to give it the Messiah. That's guy in grocery and kaufen Geld. The guy's a Geld.
It's tachas masidel.
That's another side. It's not masidel. It's just you're getting push it. Pshat is not given for the
That
Messiah.
was Tachas Mazonis.
That's what Khan is going but
The cash is best to be the test. Okay, so this is a starke Zav. Da wissen, was the Chande Isha. Leute das Gisse. Okay, Leute go in this Gisse. It's verkehrt. It's alles gleich. But you don't have this Gisse, what do you do with the Gisse? Lassen wir sehen noch ein Stückel, the Kashes. Shows that Gemara is Mele is ein besten Poiskin Mizoyes Isha mit Shviz. According to this Gisse, you're not Poiskin Isha Dmei Shviz. Why? Because the Mizoyes is not Minatayra. Aber Mizoyes he eats the Baala Shviz, like the Pnei Moshe. Ein besten Poiskin Mizoyes Isha Dmei Shviz. Because they hold it's not Minatayra. But the Sefti Goddess who pays Shviz Einu Hach, going to hold the Baalam Din Sayom, the besten Poiskin of Mizoyes Minachosa. Because if it's Midraisa, you can't Shviz is very good, but it's not considered a choiv. It's considered just eat. Inami Amona Shebezin Poiskin. Avon is only seen by Baal Shviz. The Hoyu Shein Choiv Minatoyra Oil Lezonyo. If you hold that she doesn't have a chiyuv Minatoyra to get to eat, is like have they compare choiv Minvei Shviz. Well, Inami can't. There's no chiyuv to give her. Baal is no chiyuv. So Minvei Shviz, you can use the pay Shviz to pay. Why? Because that's not considered a choiv. And Mela, it's not considered Prei Choyvei from the Mei Shviz. Break the Gemara. It's not Nechnen, but the Schwierigkeit of it. The greatest Schwierigkeit of it. Vyasa Oisik Kapoy Sheni Shove Pruta. Vyasa Oisik Kapoy Sheni Shove Yofe Shove Pruta. Was meint das? Sagt der Pnei Moshe. Vyasa Oisik Kapoy Sheni Shove Pruta. Kloime. Sheim Melachta Yofe Shove Pruta. The Einay moment, let's say that we should consider this that's not Shabbat Pruta. Let's say it's not Shabbat Pruta. What's made it's not Shabbat Pruta? What's made this? It works the whole day and the whole night. What do you mean it's not Shabbat Pruta? It's like the Fulda. Vyasa Kapoy Sheni Yofa Melachta L'Shabbat Pruta. V'chayiv Shapoy if he's not doing a work that has a value more than a pruta, I feel kivin sheyesh loy olav mezainis. About he has a mechuyev to give him mezainis. Have like lekeach ukamam melacha. If there's a lekeach and ukamam melacha should be mechuyev. So that's a kasha. Even if you say it's not good to have pruta, but it's a lekeach. The lekeach is chayav, even though it's not a shabbat pruta. Talk to Rash Cirilla. On the right side, 4 lines from the bottom, from the top. Vyasa as a kapoil, v'chigiriya freit the Gemara. Meloches sheisha oisa lebala, desnan, techenes v'oife u'mechabezes. All these meloches that she has to do for the Baal. V'chigora mipoil. In other words, zidach neshaga v'yapoil. Dafil l'sachel lechatzi shah, v'oma loy mole egref. Oichen, etin l'cha, I'll give you a mole egref. Half a footstool I'll give you for this work. She'ein be'em pruta. I feel like b'shas melacha. She has a din shulad eat b'shas melacha. But if you have poil, chigri isha me'ay poil. So ibazoi, what's the problem? Yom mizayin is minatoyra, nish mizayin is minatoyra. So the infinite poil. The poil is it made the chesen minatoyra, made esen poil, and it's not considered what mekach. Why? Because minatoyra. So this the issue is. Why you tell me ein mizayin is minatoyra? Zid the cheshag v'yapoil. Elo the Lidami Lepoil, the Poil Hatoida Zichseloi Bechotze, Visha Hatoida Le Zichseloi Kun Farshvil. It's not a shver. He's putting it over here the Chotze. We keep trying the Chotze. Chotze the next stick of Gemara. So here the Pirish over here, the Sefer Aniyah. Sefer Aniyah. Sefer Aniyah, the Yishalmi. It's for the Gedei Achronim. Hamayim Hazeh Sosam Yoid. Mefarish Pirushu the Ratzaloim and Ein Lona Lepoita Mimaisa Mishum Nehava Kapoil. The Poil Shein Shava Malachta Shava Pruta Loim Hani Lifta. If it's not worth the Shava Pruta, that doesn't pater you from the Kviyas Maisa. Why should it pater you from Kviyas Maisa? It's a Malacha. You give a Malacha, and it's a Chiv, it's a Mekach. It's a Mekach. That's what I'm Mechuyev. They fake the Sefer.
It doesn't depend if she finishes or not.
No, if she finishes, no. It depends if the Zach is a finished Zach. It's not Doba Nigma. It's not Doba Nigma. Then it's spotted. But here we're not talking about it's not Doba and Shalai Nigma. That's not what the Gemara is saying. The Gemara is saying is because it's not about Torah. If you don't have about Torah, he's asking what do you mean? So what is this? The Ma'aseh, you have to give her. If you have to give her Minat Torah because she's not worse than a Poil, you don't think about these things. But this fake the Gemara. This is the Gemara's Kasha.
Just don't tell your wife she's a poil.
Yeah. That's why I'm letting you take a notion of the Gemara. So you have a lot of problems. You have a lot of problems with the Gemara. So he says here, the Gemara says, Adova Sosam Yoid. And then he says like this, Ulai Kivin Lemad Mishani Rabbi Yoini Liel Kam B'dmai Kam B'vadai Ach Mucham Mishasein the Sefer Torah. Okay. So ich meine, but the only way to understand this is double pshuta shaka kasha. In other words, the line of the poil, and the poil we just had in the Mishnah Sheitach the poil is nishkevek. Why? Because it's minat Torah. So dafim zugen azoi that ain't a chenamen. That by poil dafim the geben says now as a poil, but the isha weiß da is the Mishnah held, and the Gemara holds that isha is nishka poil. Ain't a chenamen. She does work, but this work that she's doing is not machas poil because he was seiches apoyalim. It's not Shas Pesach as a poil. It's din Ksuba. There's din from the Ksuba, the Mechayiv, to do certain things. And he's Mechuyev to her, and she's Mechuyev to him. So that's Medina Ksuba. About this Medina Ksuba, let's get in the Shanayin in the Pasha from Schidas Poyalim that she's eating out does. That the money is hers also. I mean, it's almost like that he goes to work and he makes money, right? And the chashut right? I mean, it's a shut. The geld designer. Ishta yeah, exactly. So that,
she spends the money.
What? She spends the money. Yeah. So that's how it works.
That's
So
a definite.
What?
That's a real shit.
That's a real shit. It's not. Okay. So Mela, mine has the kashi initially shver that she had within that of a poil. But no, then the Gemara says Yasser is a poil sheni yof shava pruta. He said that the machen the din as we shein melachta yofi shov bruta in a moment where shayas prius chayv legabe zok to pnei Moshe v'och inam legabe ish lo melchol aduli atam machin and aga bai lechalas imoy to make it the portion that is like a shov bruta, and if it's not a shov bruta, man, it's nishkemeka. That's the Gemara's kasha. What's made the most fragrant? The most fragrant is that it's not a Mecca because Medina Ksuba. If out the Medina Ksuba, hot to get a different poil. It doesn't have a different poil. It's not as momish boy. If out it's not punkt that he's talking about a poil in the Mishnah. That if he's mechuyev to give the poil to work because of the Dina Torah, that's not a Mecca because that's Medina Torah. Who had in my Isha, that Isha is not Medina Torah. The fact that he has to give the Isha to Mezainis. Aber das Sheikh Susa. The Sheikh Susa, the Sheikh we would have given for a poil. Punkt is we would have given for the poil says, and that's not a Mecca, because that's Medina's poil. That's not in Choshen Mishpat, so that's not Kebei L'Maisa. So in Hachinami, this is Kebei L'Maisa because this stuff again because it's Medina Ksuba. If you hold it's the nicest, it's a good. But even if it's not the nicest, it's Midrabon. It's what?